up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and let's recap and review My Girls is Back! Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 6, episode 1, and I feel like they're coming to save us. The Miami girls are coming to save us, and I'm here for it. So let's get into this review. So before we get into it, y'all, we gonna get a little spicy, just a little, and just have one spicy thing to talk about. Congratulations are in order for Nicole and Anthony. It was released today, I think by People Magazine, but I saw it by way of Twitter, and one of the fan pages posted it. That her and Anthony are expecting their second child. It was such a cute and rich, like, that's why I thought it was an adorable announcement. I'm going to play the video without the sound because I don't know if I'll get copywritten for the song that they use. But I thought they're looking at papers in this really cool vintage car. She's throwing up the paper with the bouquet. It was cool. I thought it gave more so bridal announcement, but I thought it was a cute twist on announcing that her and Anthony are expecting their second kid. So shouts out to them. Hopefully she has a happy, healthy pregnancy. All right, y'all, so let's get into it. So the episode opens up, but it gives us a flashback of the reunion. So you got Julia versus Alexia, Adriana versus Marisol, Marisol versus Adriana, Alexia versus Adriana, Gertie versus Larsa. Then I don't understand why Lisa ain't have smoke for Alexia, because after Alexia told that girl, maybe if you were a star like me, or you thought you were a star like me, you wouldn't be accepting what you're getting from Lenny. Girl, I'd have cussed Lisa out. I would have cussed Alexia out so bad. I'd have cussed Alexia out so bad, because I'd have been like, who you talking to, lady? But then the episode continues, and we're in Alexia's house, and it seems like to be like a huge function going on at her house with all the ladies invited. And then out of nowhere, Julia and Marisol get into it, and you got Marisol saying, "Por favor, Julia, por favor." I miss this show so freaking much. And Julia's like, "You are a despicable woman. You are a despicable woman, Marisol." Girl, what? And so then it ends up being like, this happened, like going back in time. The screen goes black and it says 1 week earlier. So we open up like officially, where we have Todd and Alexia walking on the beach in front of their condo, talking about, this our backyard. I said, girl, I wish. And just enjoying the sunshine and each other's company. She sits down and she talks about how, being married isn't really different from us being together, because we have been together for, I think she said 7 years. So we really didn't have like a honeymoon phase. So as they're sitting down, we find out that Todd I remember seeing the video, but I never watched it. But Todd posted a 9-minute apology video to Anthony. Because, Anthony and Ty had beef because Nicole and Alexia had beef. And, they got into it at their dinner when they was having the gringo dinner. And, it went downhill, girl. It just went downhill. So I guess Todd, maybe somebody tapped Todd on his shoulder and was like, bruh, Anthony got connections and pools in this Miami street the way you don't. You might want to apologize. Some people said they speculating that maybe Todd's money is funny, so he ain't want no enemies. I don't know. But a 9-minute apology video is a long time. You got all the other girls weighing in, being like, yeah, like, I wouldn't have gave a 9-minute apology video. Larsa's like, I've done some things and I still not give. I wouldn't either. Honestly, all Ty had to do was send Anthony a text or call him and be like, you know what? Watching the scene play back, there was parts where I was wrong, and I just want to apologize so y'all can move forward. But a 9-minute apology video was cringe as hell. And I think Todd is embarrassed by posting that video because he's like, it's in the past. Okay, it's in the past. So we then get an actual yacht. Side, this is what a yacht is, where Larsa invites Lisa and her new boyfriend Jody while she got Marcus with her. We know Marcus is Michael Jordan's son, And we know Michael ain't happy about Marcus and Larsa being together. Neither is his mama. But Marcus seemed to be enjoying Larsa, and Larsa seemed to be enjoying him. So they're on the boat. She's like, I'm so happy to be with him. Like, at first it was just a friendship. And I told him I didn't know if it could be anything more than what it was. But then all the tabloids and all the things came out. But now I'm realizing that this is my man, my man, my man. And ain't nobody gonna tear us apart because I'm in love. Larsa's giving she don't know how to be alone. That's what it's giving. Same with Lisa. Because I don't understand why Lisa is with Jody other than she trying to have a come up. Because, ma'am, after being with Lenny, I would have taken maybe a year, 2, maybe 3 to get my mind right before jumping into the dating pool. But the fact that you and Lenny have been going on, this divorce with Lenny and her has been going on for a year because she's contesting the prenup, but you with Jody, I'm trying to understand what's up with Jody. Oh, is it Jody or girl? Not Jody. It's Jordy. Is it Jordy? It is Jordy. Why have I been calling that man Jordy? Like off a baby boy. Jody, you said you never hit me, Jody. I had no business watching that movie when I was younger. Oh, I had no business watching that movie. But Jordy, I think that's how you say his name, Jordy. So I just don't get why Jordy is subjecting himself to this, because I know I wouldn't. I would not be dating Lisa while she's getting a divorce. I don't know. That's too much baggage. That's too much baggage to me. So we then see like a sit down between Larsa and Lisa while they're on the yacht. And Larsa pretty much brings up how she was like, I'm cool with everyone. Even me and Nicole are kind of cool. We talked after the reunion and we both felt like we said things we shouldn't have said, but we good now, She said, but I am kind of surprised that me and Gertie got issues, because, Gertie said I was fake. And I remember I told y'all in one of the spicy corners when we were doing, I think it was during last year that, and I played the audio or the video for y'all, that Gertie was doing like an interview, and the interviewer asked her, who do you think is the fakest in the group? And she said Larsa. And Larsa was taken back because she was like, I've been cool with Gertie. Like, I've always been there. I supported her with all her charities and stuff. I don't get why I'm being called fake when I've been there for her. And Lisa was like, yeah, I'm kind of surprised she called you fake too. And then Larsa's like, am I fake? Like, do you think I'm fake? And Larsa's like, no. Lisa's like, no, I actually think you're kind of real. I mean, the only thing fake on Larsa is that ass, okay? That rotisserie wide hip booty that she got behind her. So she's just kind of taken aback by it. So we then get this scene of Nicole and Anthony. We remember last year they moved from that huge house that they had and they sold it to now moving to this other house. The house is like right on the corner of the Bay Area. It's a beautiful home. Like, it's a nice home. Like, they have like it's on the corner. The setup is the setup. I think it's a part of Star Island. Gertie ends up coming over to the house. We find out the house has like 6 bedrooms. It's 10,000 square feet, but they're going to have to do a lot of renovations because when they pan through the house is like, has very dated features, but they love the natural lighting. Now, I told y'all this. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Y'all know I don't like Nicole like that, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. There's still a tinge of me that's wondering why they always are moving. Like, what is Anthony out running? Because I don't think Nicole would be a part of any shady practices, but I'm hoping in the seasons coming, we don't have a like Erica Jane kind of Girardi situation where your man out here frauding and you ain't really know about it. Don't be like Teresa, okay? But, anesthesiologists make really good money, though. Like, if Terry can make as good money as he does being a plastic surgeon in LA, I know for a fact Nicole can, when that's the BBL capital of the world, is Miami. But right now, while the renovations are happening, they're staying in their vacation home. Like, Anthony and Nicole is coined all the way up. Okay? And I love it for them. They got the house that they're in has a 15-car garage. Baby. But We see Gertie come over. She brings a gift. And then we see Nicole and her sitting outside and talking. And Nicole pretty much says, like, how are you and the girls? Or have you been talking to anybody? You kind of seem kind of off. You seem like you're not focused. And she was like, no. She was like, I'm good. The only person, Gertie's like, the only person I haven't really been cool with is Larsa. Because Nicole lets it be known that her and Larsa are in a good place. And she's like, what's wrong? Why do you feel like, why are y'all having issues? Gertie brings up, and this is my thing, I don't think Larsa is fake. I think Larsa is just an asshole. Because I guess Gertie didn't have the verbiage to articulate what she meant, because when she gave the receipts about Larsa, saying like, Larsa's been like very dismissive of my feelings. She was mean to me at the reunion. They even show the flashbacks of when she told Gertie to shut up when they were talking about Lenny cheating on Lisa. But I feel like Larsa was just being an asshole, because it's like she said all of that stuff to your face. I would think it would be fake if you found out that she was speaking bad about you behind your back, but most of this, like, she said all of that to your face, ma'am. All of that to your face. So it's just, Larsa's just a dick. She's just a dick. But I guess Larsa texted her about the whole fake comment, and Gertie just never responded because she was like, I'm not really focused. We ended up finding out that Gertie was going, like, where her mind's not there, because she got a call from her doctor saying that they want to run some tests. They might have saw a lump, and she's stressed and hoping that it's nothing too serious. So she's just like, I don't have it to give to Larsa right now. We then get this scene of Julia and these animals and the goat pooping in her house and Martina. So we find out, thankfully, that Martina beat both of the cancers that she's had. So she's in remission. Martina be coming for Julia, because Julia was making her, I think, soup or some type of drink. And Martina was like, oh, you're actually being a housewife for a change. I said, ooh, okay. But they're in a good place. We find out that Alexia reached out to Julia and extended the olive branch, so she wants to meet up with her. And so Julia's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna meet up with her. So we end up seeing a scene of Julia and Alexia actually sitting down, and they have a pretty decent talk. Julia was like, Alexia was really checking on me and Martina during this whole cancer situation. So the least I could do is talk to her. And so Alexia ends up saying that, like, she's gonna have this party, this New Horizons party, and she wants to invite everybody. But Julia was like, are you gonna invite Adriana? And Alexia was like, I don't know. She was like, Marisol's not really up for seeing Adriana, and I don't really trust her. And Julia tried to put all of this, like, she said Marisol was emotionally blackmailing Alexia. But I remember when Kiki and Adriana got into it at Adriana's, her movie, not her movie, but her music video. You didn't invite Kiki because they got into a fight, because you wanted to make your friend feel comfortable. So I don't think Alexia saying that Marisol isn't really comfortable with Adriana being there is emotional blackmail. But Juliana's trying to put all this blame that the reason Alexia acts the way she does is because of Marisol, but I don't believe that. Alexia acts the way she acts because Alexia is an asshole, and that's just Alexia. So Alexia is just excited that her and Julia are friends, because she's just like, I really wanted to get to know you. I always wanted to be friends. And they end up talking about how Cardi B was talking about Larsa, because the whole, like, Larsa saying that she had sex 4 times a night, and Cardi B was like, Larsa lying, she ain't telling the truth, and all this stuff. And it was a giggle and a kiki. But Alexia says she gonna think about it, because she's just kind of like, I don't know if I want Adriana at my house, because I don't know what type of energy she gonna bring, and that's my home. But she was like, I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about bringing her over. So the next scene we get is of Marisol, Kiki, and Alexia meeting up at the beach. Looking good, Maya. All of them look good. Marisol looks really good. She looks healthier. So they start talking. Alexia talks about how she wants to have a new beginnings party. And she is just kind of like, I want to invite all the girls. And she was like, I'm hesitating on inviting Adriana, but I want to move forward with her. And Marisol was just kind of like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of done with her. Like, she keeps hurting me. And then they do the flashbacks, when Adriana said the thing about Frankie, which I don't think she meant to compare it, but it was just very like, no, ma'am. Like, you now that is comparing traumas that are not equivalent. If we're talking about people comparing like their childhood trauma and their backstories and stuff. Um Marisol is like, she keeps hurting me. Like, she brought up my abusive ex relationship, and then at the reunion, she did the whole liver note. Mind you, the liver note was funny. Was it mean? Yes, but was it funny? Yes, and I think there was truth to it, so that's why it hurt Marisol, and I think that's also why she kind of looks different. Like, I was expecting to see her drinking in her bedazzled cup, and she wasn't. So I think she pulled back because even at the reunion, she even said that, like, the whole cocky thing was to brand her like cocktails. But I was like, nah, girl, it was given you had an alcohol problem. And I don't know, maybe you getting help for it. Or maybe you realize I got to taper it down and start mixing water with it. But I don't know, sis. It's giving you backing up off of it. But Kiki was like, well, maybe you can give her a chance. Maybe things will be different. You just never know. And Marisol's like, yeah, I don't trust that girl. So we then get this scene of Lisa getting ready to go to her deposition for her prenup. And like I said, Lisa is contesting her prenup. She was like, we were together for 15 years and a lot has changed in these 15 years. So we see her getting ready to go get interrogated, because that's pretty much what a deposition is. And her and her lawyer go. They were there for pretty much the whole day. She gets in the car. She immediately calls Jordy, and they're talking. And she's just kind of like, it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. Like, I just told the truth. We then get this scene of, like, I forgot to say, she's still wearing her wedding ring. Girl, if you don't take that ring off and pawn it. But then she's also saying how, like, it's weird because Lenny got a lot of money. Why is he Venmoing you money, girl? So while she's in the confessional, Lenny calls her and she's like, yeah, Venmo me. And he's like, I guess he said he didn't want to do it that way, or he didn't want to do it. And she's like, but you have to, so Venmo me. And then she hung up on him. So I'm like, girl, what's going on? Because she also said while she was getting ready to go to the deposition that said that Lenny has a lot of lawsuits. Girl, why he got a lot of lawsuits? Is the money funny? Is the money funny? And then Jordy made a comment about how, it's hard, it's expensive to have a wife and a mistress. But y'all heard that him and his mistress broke up, allegedly. Someone had posted online that Lenny and old girl are no longer together. That's what he get. Raggedy self. His raggedy self. So we then get this scene of Alexia actually meeting up with Juliana. Juliana comes in, not Juliana, my bad, y'all. Y'all know I be mixing. Y'all always want to call Adriana and Juliana, because that's what they are. But Adriana and Alexia meet up, and Adriana comes in there with a white flag, trying to be like, I surrender, a ceasefire, and all of that stuff. And Alexia is looking at her, not amused by the prop, and I wouldn't be either. Like, I'd have been like, girl, this isn't funny. We're not in a good place. Why are you playing with me like this? But they sit down and they talk, and pretty much Adriana is like, I want to come in peace. She was like, I don't like fighting with you. She was like, I realize when I fight with you, I inadvertently hurt myself because we're such good friends. She was like, I feel like you've been allowing other people to, like, influence you, like with the whole Terry situation. And, they're saying Marisol was the one that told Alexia about Terry still being married and the whole Terry situation. Adriana ended up saying she didn't like the way Terry spoke to Alexia, but I didn't have a problem with the way Terry spoke to Alexia. You going around here saying that I'm still married and I'm not moving out here shiesty, I'm gonna come at your neck. It is what it is, male, female, or whatever. Alexia talks about how Adriana went on a press tour to, like, trash her. And I did see that too. But then Adriana said the only reason why I went on that press tour is because you made that post. And I remember seeing that huge post as well about how she named Adriana as being, like, bad person for bringing up the whole Frankie's brain injury. And what it boils down to is Alexia really didn't think Adriana was that hurt. And she also was like, and even if you were that hurt, a traumatic brain injury is not the same as you hurting your leg, girl. It's not the same. It's not. And Adriana says, yeah, no, it's not the same. And I apologize. So she was like, hopefully we can move forward. So then Alexia extends the olive branch and tells Adriana she wants her to come to her New Horizons party. So the New Horizons party, we see Alexia getting ready. She FaceTimes Marisol, and Marisol's getting ready as well. I did not like this because I can tell that Alexia is trying to distance herself from Marisol because she saw all the feedback and how the fans were feeling about them being a duo. But she knows how loyal Marisol is to her. Like, we saw that Marisol, especially on Ultimate Girls Trip, that Marisol is way more loyal to Alexia than Alexia is to her, if we gonna keep it 100. And I didn't like the fact that Marisol knew, not Marisol, Alexia knew that Marisol did not want to be around Adriana and said that she probably wasn't gonna come to the party if Adriana was there. And Alexia waited to the last minute to tell her that, Todd's not here and Adriana's coming. And then she cried on the phone. And she knows you crying in front of your friend that your friend was gonna show up. And Marisol was trying to play hard on the phone where she was like, maybe I come, maybe I don't. But like, girl, you were already getting ready. You were coming to the party. You probably didn't want to now that you knew that, Adriana was going to be there. But it is what it is. We then see Kiki, Julia, and Adriana in the car heading to Alexia's house. And she's telling them about how she had the conversation with Alexia, how well it went. But then Adriana goes to the past. She talks about how she feels like Alexia thinks she's better than us because of her financial state, and that she's always been this, like, she only got this way or started treating her this way when she got with Todd. And Julia was like, no, I don't think so. And Kiki even said, like, girl, I think Alexia has always been herself. But then Julia in her confessional is like, she's actually annoyed by Adriana bringing this up because she was like, I'm trying to help you move forward with Alexia and you keep going to the past. And that's the issue. Adriana lives in the past. She lives in the past. So everyone gets to the house. All the girls are looking great. Larsa's still annoyed at the fact that Gertie called her fake, and she was like, I don't know why she would call me fake. I want to know why she called me fake. Everyone's also wondering, where is Todd? We find out that Todd pretty much didn't want to be in an uncomfortable situation after the 9-minute apology video he posted. It was cringe. He feels like the guys are going to bring it up or the ladies are going to bring it up, and he just didn't want to be in it. I feel like Todd started an argument or just was like, yeah, I ain't got it to give because he was embarrassed, pretty much. So everybody comes to the party. They're all like standing around. And then you see Gertie and Nicole get there. It got kind of, before Gertie and Nicole got there, you see Larsa there. Larsa was being so extra with Marcus. Talking about I cannot remember, what's his name? Alexia's son's name. Frankie. Frankie was standing in between Marcus and Larsa, and Larsa's like, I can't be so far away from my man. I gotta go near him. I was like, Larsa, shut up. You are standing right next to him. It's just one person in between y'all. So, like I said, Gertie and Nicole get there, and so does Anthony. And Gertie hugs Larsa, and Larsa was like, I'm supposed to be the one that's fake, but you over here being nice to me and you saying hi to me. I don't think that's fake to be cordial, but I understand where Larsa is coming from, where it's like, girl, you was talking about me, but you still want to say hi to me? Okay. And then it was funny because Larsa made this face at Marcus, like, this the one I've been telling you about. It was giving one of those. So you then see Larsa walk over to where Gertie, Alexia, and Julia were. And Larsa immediately gets to it. And that's low-key why I like Larsa. Larsa was like, so why'd you call me fake? Why'd you call me fake? And she was like, because, and then so, Gertie says all her stuff. And Larsa was like, but I'm not fake. And Gertie's like, I'm not about to argue with you. And then Larsa's like, girl, I'm just matching your energy, boo-boo. Why'd you call me fake? And I was like, well, I mean, I understand where Larsa coming from. Like, girl, why did you call her fake? But Larsa was saying she was matching Gertie's energy wasn't true because Gertie wasn't being loud and she wasn't being aggressive. And Gertie even told Larsa, you're being aggressive. And then she said, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. But as they're arguing, Marisol walks in and Julia is actually surprised that Marisol is there. Then you see, unfortunately, Nicole's bag gets burnt. I said, "Ooh, girl, I'd be mad too." And she was like, "It's brand new. It was a $6,500 mini Dior handbag." I said, "Girl, why did you have it by the fire anyway, Nicole?" So while like you then see Adriana and Marisol have like this awkward like moment where Lisa's trying to like get them to be buddy buddy, but you can tell like they ain't feeling it. Well, Marisol's not feeling it. You then see Adriana flirting with Lisa's man because we find out that he's living in her old house that was featured on the shows that they I think on season 2, the house that Adriana and Frederick moved into together. And I was like, she was real Adriana is very touchy feely. She do be flirting with all these men. She look good for her age because I think Adriana is 60. But it's like, girl, stop touching people. Stop touching people. So everyone, Alexia is like, she wants to make a toast. She makes everybody come sit down and like in the den area. She talks about wanting to have new beginnings and moving forward and all this stuff, yada yada. And then out of nowhere, Julia's like, Marisol, why are you here? Because you said you wasn't coming if Adriana wasn't going to be here. You're the problem. You be stirring the pot. And Marisol's looking at Julia like, girl, what are you talking about? I'm here because my friend told me I could be here and she asked me to be here. That's the only reason I'm here is because she told me I'm going to be here. Then you hear Julia be like, you scurried in here. And then Marisol's like, Alexia, back me up. Like, I came because you asked me to come here. And Alexia don't say nothing. And you could tell that like bothered Marisol because the only reason why Julia was speaking up was on the behalf of Adriana. So I don't understand why Alexia couldn't just be like, no, I asked her to come because Todd isn't here. Because everybody was wondering where Todd was. And she ends up saying Todd just didn't feel comfortable, yada, yada, yada. As they're fighting, you see all the men get up and be like, let's go out on the balcony. And they smoking Todd's cigars. So then Gertie gets mad and she's like, this too much. Did y'all want to be in this toxic environment? This too much. I can't do it. And everyone's looking at Gertie like, girl, what? So then Gertie gets up and goes outside on the balcony. You then have Nicole. I think it was Nicole, Larsa, Marisol and Alexia sitting down. And Marisol's looking at Alexia like, why couldn't you speak up for me? Because I don't control you. Because that's what Julia was saying, that like Marisol's pulling Alexia's strings. And Marisol's like, I don't tell Alexia what to do. Alexia can't be told what to do. And Alexia's whole thing is like, well, I have private conversations with the girls. I just think you should handle your situation one-on-one by yourself. But you can kind of tell that there's a shift in the relationship between Marisol and Alexia. I think Alexia got tired of people about being mad at her online. So now she's trying to switch up her role. So Gertie's outside, and you see, like I said, the men were out on the balcony smoking cigars. And you see Russell go over to Gertie, and Gertie's like, just like, this is too much. I want to go home. And he's like, you sure? And she was like, yeah. He's like, all right, let's go home. And everybody was leaving anyway. The things were winding down. And then you see Larsa, and you see Gertie, and Larsa's like, well, I really want to know why you called me fake. And then you see Gertie grab Larsa, pull her to the side, and she was like, when I say I need you. Like, I don't need you to ask me questions. And then you could tell Larsa is like confused because she was like, one minute you mad at me, the next minute you're crying, telling me like you need me, you're gonna need me. I'm confused. And everybody else is also confused too. Like, what is going on? Like, are they headed for, her and Russell headed for divorce? Like, is something wrong? Like, everyone can tell that the energy with Gertie has shifted. And Larsa's like, yeah, I'll be there for you, but like, what is going on? So then the episode ends up ending where you have Gertie, her sons, and Russell and like out at the park. They're just playing, and we end up finding out that she did get diagnosed with cancer, and she's just like irritated, she's scared, and she just doesn't know what to do. But you can tell that she got, the good news is she's in remission and she beat it. But you can tell that's why her emotions were high at the party. And I just think Larsa was just like, girl, you're not making sense. And she wasn't making sense because I would have been confused too. But it was a very real moment. Like, I just think she was just like, when I need you, I just need you to be there for me. And I felt bad for Gertie because I was like, you could tell that those were raw emotions. But my girls is back. Shout out to the new Supreme Real Housewives of Miami. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.